Hi everyone. I thought I would make a potato soup. It's that I found on the internet. Hi Jonathan, good to see you. Hi, those coming in, welcome. And then you guys, you can see my potato soup, and it's quite hot right now. It's quick and easy potato soup, and I'm going to post this video. Hi, I'm going to post this video up on YouTube and let you see, and post the recipe up there as well. Well, I don't think I'll get featured today. You know, I got featured yesterday. If I don't get featured today, that's fine. You know, I got over 13,000 yesterday, and I had close to 1,400 in my replays too. So, hi Alexis, good to see you. And I found this on the internet this morning, and I thought I would go ahead and make it. As Earlene and all those coming in, Alexis, it was I'm the bomb. Oh, I'm doing just fine, Alexis. Good to see you. And everybody coming in, welcome to everybody coming in. Invite your followers, share this out. Yesterday, I guess there wasn't no need to invite your followers and share it out since I got featured, but I don't look for that to happen today. If it does, fine. If it doesn't, I'm not expecting that. I just want everybody to see that I made a quick and easy potato soup. Oh, you're listening while working? Okay. And what did I put in the soup? I'll tell you what I put in. I'll read the ingredients off to you, what I put in it. Okay, I used 3 medium potatoes. What I did is I cut them up, not real small, but cut them up so I could cook them. I peeled them as well. And then I put them in the blender. Half a small onion. And I had a pretty good sized large onion. And so I thought, and it was already, part of it was already used before, so I just cut it in half again so I wouldn't have, oh good. And I thought, well, I'm not going to use that whole onion because that might be too much, so I cut that back. And a cup of vegetable broth, which I have the vegetable broth, it's organic, so I used that. A 1/4 teaspoon of rosemary. It called for an 1/8 to 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper. Well, I don't use pepper, so I left that out. A 1/2 teaspoon of salt or to taste. I used the sea salt instead. The Mediterranean sea salt, and a tablespoon of raw cashews or cashew butter. I don't have cashew butter, but I do have the cashews, so I put the cashews in there. And a tablespoon of nutritional yeast, and 1 1/2 cups of low-fat soy milk or the non-dairy milk. I don't have any soy milk, so I used almond milk. The original kind, the unsweetened kind, is what I used. And it took a little time to get this mixed up. I mean, it was real loud at first, and I thought something was happening to my blender. But as Earlene pointed out, well, it's trying to chop up the potatoes, so it's gonna make a louder noise when you're first trying to chop the potatoes up. Hi to everybody coming in. So we chopped the potatoes up, and once I got the potatoes chopped up, then it ran a little smoother. I wasn't worried about it as long as it worked, but you can see it's nice and hot. There's steam coming off. I even got some left in the canister. It's supposed to serve 4, but I don't need it to serve 4 since I'm the only one here. But I'm always looking for more soups to make because it's on the cool side today, not real hot. Could be worse, I guess. I did turn the furnace off because it got a little warm for myself. So I'm in my shorts and shirt right now to do this because I wanted to be comfortable. But I wanted you to see the potato soup that I made, and it's got everything in it that I put in it. I know what's in it. There's no chemicals in it because you know what you buy out of the store. Those soups. You know, I'm not in favor of squash too much, Alexis. I don't know. I never have liked squash. I've seen the recipe out there. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for that. I'm not really in favor of butternut squash, all that. I've never really liked. Hi, Dolores. Good to see you. And Mark. And I've never really liked squash all that much. You're right, I might, Alexis. I know I've seen other people talk about it, and there is a recipe out there for it. Hi, good to see you. Welcome, Dolores. I missed you in my scope yesterday, and I was featured yesterday. I had over 13,000 viewers. I won't be featured today, which is okay, as I don't expect to be. Oh, does it? I'll have to try it. Like I said, I'm not in favor of squash too much, but maybe it'll be okay in soup. Oh, I can do recipes on anything. You know, if I find thank you for the super hearts, Dolores. I find a good recipe that's simple to make, and I figure that people would want to see a recipe on. That's when I post it because I love potato soup. Yes, I probably will. Yes, I think so. It called for either soy milk or another milk. Well, I don't have soy milk, and I have plenty of the original almond milk, so I thought, well, I'll just use that. You know, I don't want to use the vanilla almond milk because I don't think that would taste too good in the soup. I use that for my cereal, but I don't use the vanilla kind. So I thought, well, I've got some on hand for that very purpose because I know recipes call for your non-dairy milks. Oh, I've never made that. Oh, thank you so much. I might try that sometime. I do have a box of coconut milk down at the bottom, but I haven't used it yet. I'm trying to get the other stuff used up first, but I'm always finding recipes that I can use the stuff that I have in my house. And that's just the main thing. Make your own food out of things that you have in your refrigerator or in your pantry, your cupboards or whatever. When I bought cashews, I bought a whole bunch of cashews. Oh, thank you. And I bought a lot of cashews, and those cashews, I'm going to slowly use them up. Use them up every time I can. Calls for cashews, I put them in there because there's so many, there's so many recipes that call for cashews. And you know what it does? The cashews makes everything creamy is what it really does. You're going to that sounds good, Alexis. Quinoa veggie pie. Wow. Oh, so do I, And this time of year, it's real good for that. Now, I didn't fix any soups during the summertime because it was already hot outside, and I didn't want to get any hotter. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, those kind I don't tolerate, I missed one like that on my scope yesterday, but I went back and watched it, and then I re-watched it again in case I missed anybody else, so I can block them that way when I watch the replay. I had fun watching the replay and seeing all the hearts come up the screen and all the people come in. I don't expect that today, but I'm thankful that I was able to at least be featured once. Now, Leslie Nance from Go To Kitchen, she was featured today. I was in her Periscope, so she got featured. Oh, you get thousands of them? Yeah, I know what you mean. Yep. Yeah. Well, my age doesn't really matter. Yeah. It was exciting, and I'm kind of still on cloud 9 yet. I haven't come down from cloud 9 yet. I know I will eventually by the weekend, but just the fact of getting that many in my Periscope that I've never had in my Periscope before is astronomical, And I gained a lot of followers that way too. Yes, I know, I was too. When he was only in about 5 minutes, but he came in and he did say hi to me. He said he was on Twitter, and he happened to see me that I was live, so he thought he'd come in and check it out, And I was really up, kind of what you say, a little nervous because he came in. When I saw him come in, I was taken back. I had to look twice. Was that Forerunner? Yeah, it was Forerunner. And I saw the gold status and stuff. Yeah, he had the gold badge. Yeah, if you see somebody that's being rude, blocking, because there's somebody in here I know that's probably trying to cause trouble. I just ignore them. But you know what I do? I block them when I watch the replay. I'm not giving them any mind. I block that first one, but anybody says anything else derogatory, if I see it, I'll block them. They're miserable people. That's all they are. They come in these Periscopes thinking they're going to get a thrill, I guess. They got a thrill being mean to other people. Because I guess they don't know how else to be, So if they could be mean to people, that's what they want to do, But I just pray for people like that. But as you can see, my potato soup's got a nice texture to it, and it's real hot. Look at that. And I'm going to taste it just while I'm standing here. Wow, that is very good. Oh, hi from Kentucky. Hi, Deborah. Good to see you. Here's my potato soup I made, and it's nice and thick, but I love thick potato soup. And it really said, I started with 3 potatoes and said to put 2 of them in the blender and keep the other one out and cut it up and put it in the bowl. But this is thick enough, I didn't want to do that. So I didn't want to take my time. But oh, good. That's the best way to go, being a vegetarian. You'll never go wrong. I wasn't always a vegetarian. I should have been, but it's just recently. It is. I just tasted it, Deborah, and it's really good. I just tasted it. Hi from Germany. I do too. I love potato soup. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was very easy. While Leslie Nance from Go To Kitchens was on, I was getting the potatoes ready and cooking them and cutting up the onion because I wanted to have it done ahead of time so I could just put everything into the blender And because you have to let it run for a few minutes. I probably let it run maybe 5-6 minutes, and it's plenty hot, until steam comes off the top. And I knew it was going to be tasting very good. And with potatoes, I've seen somebody on the internet, on YouTube, that did a potato soup, and he didn't hardly put any liquid in it. And he burned the thing, not burned it out, but he overheated it. And I thought, well, I got to be careful of that, because potatoes are that way. You've got to have a lot of liquid. Yeah, I know. I know, but I don't think they're going to report me and get banned, because I never said anything to them, I just ignored them. That's all we can do, is ignore some of those people, or block them, or you can report them on your end, because we know that they're eventually going to get banned anyway. Over time, they'll get banned because they're making too many abusive comments. And when I was in Leslie Scope this morning, there was people coming in there and being very rude. I told them to be more respectful. Oh, so do I. So do I. I'm trying to be as organic as I can. However, organic is not for everyone. Let me tell you that, because it can be quite expensive. So if you can't afford to go organic, that's okay. You don't have to make everything organic anyway. I try to be organic, go organic as much as possible, but it's not always possible, because I'm on a fixed income, so I kind of have to watch what I spend. And right now, as it stands, I've got one side of my duplex that I have to get rented out, so it's costed me an arm and a leg to get it fixed up, because the gal left a big mess for me, and everything has the carpet had to be replaced, and the linoleum has to be replaced, and countertops have to be replaced. So I have to put several $1,000s of money into that place, because she tore it up. So I've got to save what money I got and get and put into that. But in the meantime, I'll buy what I can organic. If I can't buy it, I'll just have to let it go, or buy something that's that is not going to be too bad. But you're right, organic is the best way to go. But like I said, it's not for everyone. It is. I just tasted it. It's a very good soup. It's very, very thick. As you can see, it's quite thick. Look how thick it is. It's on the thick side. And I'll put crackers in it after I get done with this Periscope. I've got a nice soup to eat, because I love eating soup to this time of year. Oh, you know something? I don't know how he knows that. I've got a bra on. I didn't even see that. Oh, well, there. If it looks like slime, I think that's time for this person to go. Oh, my goodness. Looks like slime. Oh, my goodness. His name is even Crazy. Crazy Derby. Whoa. I don't tolerate that kind of stuff. And I told Leslie I'm not going to tolerate it in her scope either. People come in there and derogatory, they're going to get blocked or reported. Yeah, that's all you can, because it's not a requirement that we buy organic. However, we know that it's better for us, because we know how it was produced, But if you can't afford it, you can't afford it. And I can't afford it all that much, but I'm doing what I can. I still have some organic things to eat. My vegetables have not been organic unless I can find some, but I need to buy stuff at Whole Foods, I know. I don't eat meat either. I've stopped about maybe 3.5 months ago, maybe a little longer, that I stopped eating meat. I don't eat cheese. I don't drink milk. And I don't eat meat, in the processed foods, because all that stuff is bad for you. It's not good for you. Well, I've heard that it's real high. I've heard that Trader Joe's is a little bit better as far as cheaper stuff, Oh, you're 59 years old. I'm 69. You know something? I should have stopped a long time ago, but I just kept going on thinking that it was okay, but I realize now that I was affecting my body quite badly, because I put things into it I wasn't supposed to, and I decided I've got to do something, so I'm going to have to go on the plant-based and just deal with it. But you know something? I've got more energy, I sleep better, and I feel a lot better all the way around. And yeah, I do too. And with this Vitamix, I'm able to make more things now. I know you have to be very, very careful. I know that too. It's really crazy. I know. How can you tell it's truly organic? I don't know. I really don't know that one. Most of the time when I buy anything that's organic, I'll try to get something that's non-GMO. Then pretty much that it's not, it's not modified. You don't have all those chemicals in it. That's pretty much how you tell, because it should say non-GMO on it too. And certified 100% USDA organic. I've seen some of them that say 100% USDA organic and non-GMO. That's the best way to go. That's the way I go, if I can. But like I said, it's not for everyone because it is quite expensive. I've found that out. I've spent an awful lot on organic foods, and I'm only going to get it whenever I can. Oh yeah, that's the best thing to do. If you can get non-GMO, that's the best to get because you know that it's not going to have the chemicals in there. You see the stuff you buy in the store, the chemicals that are in there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I know they do. I was looking around on Tuesday in Whole Foods. I didn't buy anything, however. Well, except I did eat lunch there. I didn't scope it, however, but I did eat lunch there. I thought, well, it should be good for $10. So I ate a nice lunch there, and I had a little time to look around before I had to go back to the courthouse. And I'm only about a half a block from the courthouse. So I thought, well, I'll just look around a little bit, then meet the lawyer back at the courthouse, you know. But I know they have some good foods. Their stuff's expensive, though. You know, it's kind of a little bit higher than it should be. But like I said, I've heard Trader Joe's is a lot better as far as prices are concerned. They're not as high. Yes, I know. I'm eating on this plant-based diet. Let me get some water. Yeah, I know I'm doing something right, too. Because I never looked this good before. I never felt this good. Yeah, that's true, too. Like I said, you look at these things in the grocery store. Like I used to buy a lot of ice cream. I make my own now in the Vitamix. You look at the chemicals in the ice cream. Oh, my goodness, there's a long list of chemicals. And they're bad for you. I can't pronounce most of them. And I'm not going to put them in my body if I can't pronounce them. Hi, Leslie. Good to see you. Here's my potato soup. I finished it. And I'm not going to put stuff in my body that I can't pronounce. Oh, thank you, Leslie, for the super hearts. Thank you so much. And I'm just not going to put stuff in my body. And Leslie will tell you the same thing. She's a cancer survivor, almost 5 years. And she's certainly not going to put anything in her body that's harmful for her either. No, I don't. You know, hi, good to see you, Leslie. Welcome. I make my own ice cream in my Vitamix. I just take some bananas and any frozen fruit I might have, and I make the ice cream. I make all different kinds. And you can make it, and anything that you make yourself is going to be a lot better than what you buy in the store. And you can hear Leslie say the same thing, because what you buy in the store is so riddled with the chemicals that you shouldn't have in your body. You look at the chemicals. Like I said, you can't pronounce half of them, way too many, a long list of them. I mean, I used to buy ice cream by the, carton full. But then I got to realize, well, I got the Vitamix, I can make my own. I don't have to buy that stuff anymore. Stay away from those rotten chemicals. Oh, you're right, Junkie Monkey. That's a good way to put it, Leslie. Very good way to put it, Junkie Monkey. It's not good for you, but a lot of people don't know that. They don't know that things aren't good for them like that. And people will come in and say, well, I'm going to eat it anyway. Well, that's up to them. They can go ahead and eat it anyway, but they're only hurting themselves in the end. Let me get some water. Well, this potato soup has everything in it that I like. And I've never put cashew. Well, I have put cashews in the tomato soup, but I thought, oh, I certainly will, Leslie. And you do the same. You keep spreading the good word, too. Oh, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did, Leslie. See, I'm not featured today, but congratulations for you being featured, I didn't have expectation yesterday of being featured either, but you know something? If I can get this message across for whatever few people are in here, that's just fine. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. Here's my potato soup, and I'm going to post the ingredients up on YouTube, as I normally do, in the description box so that you can make it yourself. And you can tweak it to your liking if you choose to. If there's something you don't want to put in it that you don't like, you don't have to. Oh, I gave you good vibes. Well, I invited so many people to follow you, and I think that's why you were featured today too, Leslie, because I figured that people better follow you because what you do is really great. And I really enjoyed your Periscope today. Those pumpkin scones look so delicious. Oh my goodness, they look delicious. I'm gonna have to go on your website and get the recipe. They looked absolutely delicious, But we can all learn from each other, and that's why I come in here. I've learned from Stacy, and I've learned from Philip. I'm learning from Leslie. We can all learn from each other because, okay, Leslie, because We're here to help each other. Okay, okay, good, Leslie. Well, we're all here to help each other because, you know, we all learn. I'm learning from you, you're learning from me, and I'm learning from Leslie, and I'm learning from Stacy and Philip what we can have and what we can't have. Oh, yes, I know. Okay, Leslie, take care, and thank you for coming in. Bye-bye. Oh, you know, I enjoy doing this so much that I'm happy that I can come in here, I can make different recipes, and show them to other people what I've learned and the recipes that I've found on the internet, because there's a lot out there. You know, I looked on Pinterest, I found a few, but there again, there's so many of them, you have to tweak them. But with this recipe, I didn't have to tweak it at all. I found it by Googling potato soup for Vitamixes, you know, and this is a quick and easy soup. It doesn't have that many ingredients. Let's see how many ingredients it has in it. It doesn't have that many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, one of them I don't put in there. 7, 8. About 9 ingredients, but the white pepper I don't put in there. So it's about 8 ingredients. So that really isn't that much in there. And it's got half a cup of cashews too. I've looked. I'm going to have to take a little more time to look. I think I have found some, but there again, a lot of them, they claim they're vegan. I look for vegan recipes on Pinterest. But when you get right down to it, they're not really vegan because they use whole milk or they're using eggs. I don't drink milk and I don't eat eggs. I suppose I would have to substitute. Now, for those of you in here that don't know, you can make eggs out of chia seeds and also flax seeds. You can make them out of there. Yeah, I never did either, but that was in the recipe, half a cup. And when I saw that, I said, well, I'm going to make this potato soup, but I've already tasted it. It is delicious. And it makes it creamy. As you can see, it's very, very creamy. You're not vegan, but you're vegetarian. Well, you know, that's a good start. That's a very good start, you know. And I've gone 100% vegan because I figured that the meat's going to kill me eventually. People don't realize how bad that meat really... Oh, it is. I've already tasted it, and it's really good. People don't understand how bad meat is for them. They think that because it comes from a cow or whatever, that, you know, they're not diseased. But you know, the animals found nowadays are diseased. They're not good. It's not good for you, any of that meat. And the way they process it is not good either. I mean, because it can fall on the floor and get hair in it and everything else. Do they clean the floor before they... No. Whatever goes in the meat goes in and goes into the store that way. I refuse to eat meat. Now, they do have organic meat, but there again, you're still eating an animal. And to me, no animal should have to die to put that on your dinner table. You know, those animals suffer so bad before they die. And I don't, you know, it makes me cry. Yeah, you know, it just makes me really cry when I see those animals, what they have to go through so their meat's put on our dinner table. I don't need to eat their meat. I don't want their meat. I'm finding I'm better off without it. In fact, you can make vegan burgers, vegetarian burgers, oat burgers, and things like that. Okay, you don't eat meat, good. But I find that I'm a lot better off if I don't eat the meat. I haven't eaten the meat in a while. I mean, I just went cold turkey, stopped with the meat. I would eat meat for lunch, put it on sandwiches and stuff, and I thought to myself, I've got to stop this stuff. And I was buying... At Winco Foods, the grocery store I go to, I was buying vegetarian stuff there. Well, come to find out, it's got a chemical in it, the carrageenan. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. It's got the carrageenan in it that we cannot have. So I found that out from Philip. So once I realized it had the carrageenan in it, I stopped buying it. Now, I did not know before he did that scope on the carrageenan. Once he did that, I looked in my refrigerator and I saw what had carrageenan in it. I threw it out. Now, I do have some veggie cheese in my refrigerator that has carrageenan in it, but I do not eat it. I give it to the dogs if they need it for antibiotics or stuff like that. You know, taking a pill and they need to take up the food, that's what I give them. Otherwise, I will not eat it. It's going to sit right there, you know, because I won't touch it. I make my own cheese, vegan cheese. I make sliced cheese, and I can make the cheese sauce, which is a lot better for me. Sure, it's not going to taste like your American slices, but that's okay. It's not supposed to. Who did the scope on carrageenan? Philip the Overcomer. He did it a while back. If you're not following him, you can follow him. Oh, that's right, plant-based. Yes, I'm plant-based too. But Philip the Overcomer, he doesn't do too many scopes right now because he's going to school. But because he's about 19 years old, 19, 20 years old. Anyway, He did a scope a while back on carrageenan, and it was an interesting scope to say the least, because I did not know that was a bad chemical. You shouldn't be having it. No, I'm going to have to make it again tomorrow. I'm out. I wanted to make this soup today because I wanted to eat the soup for lunch, so I haven't made it yet, but I'll probably make it tomorrow. I know it's got potatoes in it and carrots in it. I have to go to the store and get some more potatoes, though, because I don't have enough for the cheese I'm going to make tomorrow. And I have periscoped it before, so I won't periscope it again. Okay, it was nice talking to you, too. I'm going to have to go in a little bit, too, so I can eat this soup before it gets cold on me. But I do thank you all for coming in and being here for me and sharing this with your followers. What's in my soup? Okay, I'll give you the ingredients. Before I go, I'll give you the ingredients. Okay, what's in the soup? It's got, of course, there's 3 medium potatoes. I had to cook them first. I peeled them and cut them up and cooked them on the stove. It's got half a small onion, 1 cup of vegetable broth, which I have organic vegetable broth, a 1/4 teaspoon of rosemary. You don't want a lot of that because that's quite potent. It says 1/8 to 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper. I do not use that. I do not use pepper at all, so I left that out. A 1/2 teaspoon salt or to taste. Well, I put sea salt in it, the Mediterranean sea salt. I put that in there instead. 1 tablespoon of raw cashews or 1/2 tablespoon of cashew butter. I didn't have the cashew butter, but I did have the cashews, so I put the cashews in there. And 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast. There again, some people won't use the nutritional yeast, and that's just fine. You can leave it out. And then 1 to 1.5 cups of low-fat soy milk or other non-dairy milk. What I did is I used the original almond milk because I had some sitting here, and that's what I put in it. And you have to have enough liquid for the potatoes. However, it did make a lot of noise. It kind of scared me at first. It did scare me at first, and then Erlene says, well, it's because of the potatoes. It has to take a little time to cut them up. And I forgot, yeah, that's right. It has to chop them up. So it's going to make a lot of noise until they get chopped up. Well, you don't want to use regular milk. Regular milk is for cows. It's for cows, and we should not be drinking regular milk, ever. You know, this is a vegan potato soup. If you knew what milk had in it, it's got pus and blood in it. Do you want to be drinking that? You shouldn't be drinking that stuff. I don't eat or drink anything that has a face. I don't drink milk. I don't eat eggs. I don't eat cheese. I don't eat meat. No dairy of any kind. No processed foods. I make everything my own. And I just find a recipe, and I may have to tweak it because it may have something in there that I wouldn't put in it. You know, like apple cider vinegar is used in a lot of recipes. I don't use that. I replace it with lemon juice. You could put that in as a replacement for apple cider vinegar. So I don't use that either because that's fermented. You don't want to put fermented stuff like that in your body. But there's a lot of recipes on Pinterest, anywhere else you have to tweak. Fortunately, I didn't have to tweak this, and I'm glad about that. Well, you know, this is the one I just found. And if you're not following me on YouTube, go ahead and follow me up on YouTube. Look for Karen Watterson, KarenWaterson, up on YouTube, and separate it out by first and last name. And I have all my stuff in playlist. Now, this is a Vitamix recipe, so I'll put it in the Vitamix recipe on my playlist because I made separate playlists for all the foods that I've done. Oh, I certainly will. So you just follow me on YouTube because I'm going to take this video and I'm going to post the recipe up on YouTube so you'll have it. Well, you know, I got 6 grandkids, but there's always room for more. I think I'm going to go ahead and eat this soup now while it's still hot. But I thank you all for coming in, and I hope you all have a great day wherever you might be. Take care. God bless. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. I certainly will. So everybody take care. God bless. Thank you for coming in, and you have a great day. Bye-bye.